Okay, change the name format a little bit. GP means geopolitics and now on. It's just that I gotta shorten the names a little bit better so I can put the titles on the videos. Okay, guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back, people from all over the world. Nice to have you on board. We talk about politics, cryptocurrency, cars, all kinds of stuff like that, weird things, magic, free energy, conspiracies. Hopefully we start talking more about conspiracies and stuff like that soon, but things are what they are right now. With the war and all that, it's kind of like a distraction. Anyways, Hexeth angry at media for body pictures that the bodies are beginning to come home. So he doesn't want the images of the bodies coming home and military people in coffins. It's not a nice sight. It never was. It's the truth. However, these people they don't want to admit that they've lost people so far in this war. It is a war, period. Israel-Iran war. It's not the U.S. It's not Iran. It's Israel started the war, and they're going against Iran. And of course, United States. They're butt buddies with Israel, so they got to join in. So we have Congress Senate votes for backing the Iran war. Basically, what they did is it's just a show, It's like most of these politicians are told to vote in a certain way by certain people, right? Vote this way. Otherwise, it would be like 100 again. Probably 99 to 1. If it was real people, okay, because nobody in their right mind is going to say, okay, this war is legitimate and we have a great leader. Nobody in their right mind, but these people have been bought out by the APEC, and they're told basically how to vote. So you people are all over the world. We've been taken over. In fact, we've kind of been taken over for the last 100 years. Just that now it's really showing with all information. Even though they try to block, it appears that they're trying to block my site also somewhat because I start talking about these things. So they got these little robots. They go around. Okay, this guy is a rogue player. So let's not put his videos up so people can see. So they're busy at it, but they're not. It's new. Maybe eventually with AI they may be able to block more, but it just seems like the truth just likes to come out. A fellow by the name of Scott Ritter, if you ever catch him on the YouTube or any of the media. He looked at Hexeth resume. Again, Hexeth is a nobody. Picture adjective. That's all the way. Oh, we're gonna blow him up. Oh, we got all this. Oh, we're winning. He's a clown, and he looked at one of the videos. He was looking at his resume basically, and Scott just goes, this is guy's got no experience. He went to the military or something, and I don't know. He's got nothing on his resume, but he's there. I don't know why. Maybe I'm sure there's a connection there with those people. Why is this going on? I got the oh, by the way, there's chatter that Zelensky wants to bring Ukraine to this war. That's really intelligent. You're losing the war over there, and you want to bring Ukraine. They've lost like 1,500,000 soldiers, guys, in Ukraine. I feel sorry for those people. They're right in the middle of, they don't deserve this. That's what you get for letting these people in. You know who I mean. then they probably didn't have a choice, because when you go to vote, the machine tallies your vote. I've seen it. I've been a witness to this. They tally the votes. They put all these things into the voting machine. It tallies it up and prints out, software printer. It goes to, software. You know what a software is? It changes the way it wants the outcome to come out. Kind of like taking out a cog on a wheel just to diminish your vote. Take out two, or take out little, the little things that stick out in a cog, and it tallies less and less and less. So the software, nobody verifies the software. Okay, let's look at the software. Does it check out that it was written by someone, and it's the original software that came out from the development team that created the software, to make sure that software is right for that machine. Okay, that's not done. It's something like when you have a crypto wallet, you want to make sure that it came out from the source by doing a hash on it to verify that the numbers are matching the numbers of the developers. So when a hacker wants to put his own code, it's not going to match. Okay, so you can verify if you're getting the original software. Especially, it should be done for all operating systems and everything, but not many people do. And it's pretty reliable, but people like to put in codes. And what happens when it's sent to the downtown or whatever to be counted with everything else? It's already corrupt. And never mind where that van stops or goes. When you finally get there, there's really no way to, cheating is going to happen, and that's what's been happening over the last, especially perhaps 30 years here in this country. The cheaters win all the time. Otherwise, they wouldn't. Nobody would vote for these. Well, 25% of the people in America would, because they believe in, they believe in their football, the car races. They go to their Baptist churches. They raise the flag on 4th of July. They crack the firecrackers. Then they're enslaved to the system for 365 days a year, and they get no chance to really sit down and contemplate and deflect on ideas in their mind. That's why we have minds, guys. Use it. Take time off. Use your mind. You guys all over the world, take time off. Use your mind to just sit down and reflect on what is happening with you and the world outside you. Never mind the world. Never mind the football. Never mind the games. The vices, it's very hard. They love to give you vice. They love to give you vice because that's how they controlled you. It's a very, it's a very religious thing, but it's real, and it happens. Okay, why is this going on? Why is this going on? Because it's always been like this. Why are these people this way? That's the way they are, basically. That's how they are. Even though they themselves get themselves, this is terrible for them, for all Jewish people. I mean, I feel sorry for those that don't participate in the insanity. There's a lot of Jewish people that are just against all this crap. They have a mind. They've been able to, why am I doing this? You think Miriam Adelson ever sits down and says, is this correct? Am I doing the right thing? You think her mind is focused on something else. She's like pre-programmed, and that's the way they are. And unfortunately, it's a damn race. It's a damn race, and most of us have damnations of our own. Black people have their own damnation. I can talk about that another time. Anyways, I don't want to get into that now, but everybody has some kind of a damnation, just that it shows and it's more pronounced in certain people. And like I say, and I feel sorry for some of these people. I really do. And by the way, there's like people say that this is an Islamic republic. It's led by Islamists, but there's about 1 million Christians living in Iran. A lot of conversions over the last 20 years or so into Christianity in Iran. Hopefully those people, by the way, I don't get any people from Iran here. There seems to be a wall or a blockage. However, my videos do go out into other platforms. Odyssey, Rumble, X, and Discord and TikTok. So if you got any people in Iran, just give them those. I'm there. Besides my primary channel, but little by little, I see that I'm getting the shaft up the butt. Our drones suck. We spend billions of dollars in these things. They shut down one. How much was it, the cost on this one? It was very expensive. I don't know. Millions and millions, of course. Huge cost. Okay, I forget how much. I'll put it down here. So we have lousy drones. My gosh, we have because they're expensive. I have always thought you don't need an aircraft carrier. You don't need airplanes in America. We could retrofit those 747s, 767s, 757s we got out in the deserts, put new engines on them, retrofit them and so forth, and turn them into bombers. What would be the difference between a super expensive B-2, the flying wing, the one that looks like Dracula, that costs billions of dollars to build, versus something sitting out? It's like we don't have that. We've lost that ability to use something like in Cuba. You use cars from the 50s. They're still running around and they look super cool. They're still out there because they're able to utilize what they have. Never mind the blockades. Never mind, it's something like Russia. We blocked them. We all kinds of things against Russia, right? We blocked their economy basically from producing more. And what do? They come up with these jets that are airplanes that are, world-class airliners that are just like, wow. It's like, wow. This is a country that has, that's the problem with blockades. You make those people even stronger. Something like Iran. You build these blockades around the poor people, make them poor as hell, and they're going to be resilient. You harden them up compared to Israel, where we give them money all the time. Here's $1 billion, here's $1 billion. Since October 7th, I think it's like we've given them like 28 or $30 billion. Just like that. For what? For what? Defense? For what? So, the bad thing is, and we have that mentality here in America, welfare. Give it out, and make everybody better, right? We think that one. Sometimes you have to stop, and then it makes people self-supportive and more resilient. There's people that are going to need. There's always people that are going to need along the way, but it hardens it makes you, like Rush Limbaugh used to say, and I don't believe in the guy too much, but I did before, but I don't know about him. What was the word he said? I'll put it down here below. To make somebody self-reliant, and when you're self-reliant, you become very powerful. When you rely on other people, you're waiting on them. Oh, gimme, and you lose your spirit. That's what happens with what's been going on with Israel. Our drones suck, and yet they produce these drones for what, $20,000, and our drones are in the billions, and we only have a few of them because they're too technically advanced, and yet their drones are able to knock something down much better than the drones that we have.